Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. So this is another video for you to understand well the computation of total deductions because it is very essential for all the employee out there. Okay, so I have here an example, third problem. Example, Mr. Romero, an administrative assistant in a private insurance company, received a gross monthly salary of 27,900. He is married with a non-working wife and 3 qualified children. Determine is monthly. So this problem we are going to identify the SSS contribution of Mr. Romero, fill that contribution, PAG-EV contribution, withholding tax, the total deduction, and Mr. Romero's net pay or his take-home pay. Okay, let's do everything done now. Okay, so for example number one, let's first identify the SSS contribution. So we believe this is the timetable for the SS contribution. First that we have to identify is the gross pay. The gross pay of Mr. Romero or the rate of compensation is 27,900. In the table of SSS, where is 27,900 located? That is here in the 19,750 and above. Therefore, what is the contribution of Mr. Romero? That is 800 pesos. Okay, so that's how SSS, just see the table and see the EE column. So that is 800 now. So meaning for SS contribution of Mr. Romero, that is 800 pesos. So we are done with SSS. Let's proceed to field health. For field health contribution, again, is the table for this year, 2020. So since 27,100 belongs to the upper column, which is 10,000, and we assume that this is for premium, so that is 27,000. And again, how we do that one? 27,000, the 3% of 27,000, and that is 837. Why we divide it by 2? Because that is the half of your contribution should be rendered by your employer. So meaning half only will be deducted to you. So what is the half of 837? That is 418.5. So meaning 418.5 is your field contribution and will be deducted to your salary. So we are done with SSS, which is 800, and field contribution, which is 418.5. Now let's proceed to PAG-EV. PAG-EV contribution of Mr. Romero. Again, we are going to refer this key. Since the salary of Mr. Romero is 27,500, so obviously it is here, down here. So again, we are only responsible to checking this column. So that is 2%. Since the salary of Mr. Romero exceed 5,000, because that is 27,900. So meaning we are going to base the computation of Mr. Romero's contribution to PAG-EV to 5,000 or the 2% of 5,000. Since the salary exceeds 5,000, then 5,000 times 0.02, that which is from the employee to 2%, so that is 100. So the contribution of Mr. Romero to PAG-EV is 100. So automatically for PAG-EV, if it exceeds 5,000, automatically the contribution is 100. So you're done with SSS. Field at PAG-EV. So now let's proceed to withholding tax. So for the withholding tax, as you can observe, we are basing down here. So before we identify the withholding tax of Mr. Romero, let's try to identify the salary. For the salary of Mr. Romero, the gross pay is 27,900. When did Mr. Romero receive this salary? Every month. So meaning from the table of we are going to check the monthly column. For the status of Mr. Romero, we have he has 3 children or 3 qualified children. So since that is monthly, let's check this one out. So we are going to base on the monthly column. Okay. So for the monthly column, we are done with monthly column. Let's identify the status. The status has 3 qualified children. Down here, we have 3 qualified children. So meaning that is married. So since he is married and we have qualified home, so we are going to base down here this one Yes, ME3, merit employed with 3 dependents. So afterwards, check the salary of Mr. Romero, which is 27,900. So 27,900 falls between 2,083 and 31,250. So of course, it shouldn't exceed. So meaning that the highest less than. So the highest less than now here is 22,083. So meaning we're going to base down there. So afterwards, you look at the upper part. So that is 1,875 plus 20% over. So let's try to solve. But before that, let me erase this one. Very good. Okay, so afterwards, you copy 187.5 and over. Again, that is over the actual salary, which is 97,900. And where did you base that one? I base that one down here. That is 22,083. That's the over. So you have to find the difference of the two. So let's continue solving. So continue solving. So convert percent to decimal and get the difference of the two. And the difference of the two is 5,870. So continue. So get the 0.25. Copy this one, 1,875. And the product of these two is 1,454.25. And get the sum of the two. Therefore, that is 3,329.25. Therefore, the tax of Mr. Romero is 3,329.25. Okay, so let's go back to the problem. We are done with process S, which is 800 PhilHealth or 18.5 pag-ibig 100, and the withholding tax is 3,329.25. And we are done with the mandatory deductions or mandated by the law. The question is, do we have personal or optional deduction here? No, based on the problem, we don't have optional because we don't have. It doesn't put there the loans of Mr. Romero or the union dues. Okay, only the mandatory deduction. So now we are done with the mandatory deduction. Let's try to identify the total deduction. How am I going to identify the total deduction? By adding all the mandatory deductions. So meaning 800, which is SSS, plus 480.5, which is the PhilHealth, plus 100 from PAG-EB, plus 3,329.25 from withholding tax. If we're going to get the sum, that is 4,647.75. Therefore, 4,647.75 is the total deduction of Mr. Romero. So question is, what is now the net pay? Net pay is the take-home pay. Yung madadala lang ni Mr. Romero na salary. So, net pay can be derived from deducting 27,900 minus the deduction, which is 4,447.75, a total of 23,252.25. Mr. Romero will take home this amount from 27,900. The job rendered by Mr. Romero is only entitled to bring home 23,252 after the series of deductions. Okay, so that's how the total deduction works. You have to identify the gross pay, and you have to get all the SSS, PhilHealth, and tax contribution. Okay, so that's how it works. I hope it is clear to you now. So that's end my video for solving or computation of total deductions.